Welcome back to the Stargazers channel. Today we're jumping into another deep dive for our best jobs for each zodiac sign series.
That's right, and this time we're focusing squarely on the Chinese zodiac sign of the monkey.
The monkey. Often seen as clever, maybe a bit mischievous. We're going to unpack the careers where people born under this sign can really shine.
Exactly. We'll look at their core traits, the jobs that suit them, and even offer some astrological pointers to maybe boost that professional journey, and especially for you monkeys listening in.
Okay, so let's start there. When we talk about someone born in the year of the monkey, what are those defining characteristics? What makes them tick?
Well, the readings consistently point to a strong sense of independence. Monkeys, they don't tend to be easily swayed by others. They trust their own gut.
Right, they follow their own path.
Yeah, and interestingly, they're also incredibly resilient. You know, failure isn't really the end for them.
Oh, wow, so...
They tend to see setbacks more as, well, learning experiences. It fuels them to figure out a better approach rather than just giving up.
So they bounce back quickly and learn on the fly. Got it. What else is key to understanding the monkey mindset?
Definitely a natural drive towards creating and pioneering. They're often the idea people, thinking outside the usual boxes.
Innovators, then.
Yes, and that's really supported by their adaptability. They seem to embrace new things, new concepts quite easily. And underneath it all is this really powerful curiosity. They just want to know stuff.
It sounds like a routine, predictable 9 to 5 might not be their cup of tea.
Exactly. Boredom is a big no-no. They crave challenges. They enjoy that feeling of figuring something complex out. That's where they truly thrive.
Okay, so knowing all that, the drive, the adaptability, the dislike of routine, what kinds of jobs actually align with that monkey energy? Where do they fit best?
Well, several categories really stand out. First, work that offers genuine challenges, maybe even a bit of thrill, and gives that sense of real accomplishment.
Like what sort of roles?
Think about professional athletes. Constant strategy, pushing limits, that high-pressure environment, or maybe stockbrokers, dealing with the fast pace and, frankly, the risks of the market.
Right. You need to be sharp and handle pressure in both those fields. Definitely fits the adaptable, challenge-seeking vibe. What other areas?
Another strong area is work that really requires logical thinking, orderly problem solving.
Okay.
Monkeys often have this knack for analyzing situations, pulling together information, and coming up with solid strategies.
So jobs like?
Maybe detectives, meticulously piecing together clues. Or lawyers, building logical arguments. Even programmers, designing complex systems through careful code.
Interesting. So it's not just about being quick. They can be really methodical, too, when the job calls for it. What about independence? That seemed important.
Absolutely. Freelancing is often a fantastic fit. Roles where they can really lean into their individual skills and call the shots.
Makes sense.
So think about actors interpreting roles their own way, or writers crafting their own stories, journalists digging into topics independently. It allows that self-direction they often crave.
Being their own boss, in a way, even within a field. Any other major categories?
Yes, fields where eloquence is key. Strong communication skills. Monkeys often have a natural way with words.
The gift of gab?
You could say that. It opens doors to being linguists, maybe hosts or reporters, diplomats navigating tricky conversations, even business people who need to be persuasive.
Using that natural charm and communication skill.
Yep.
Okay, so we have challenging roles, logical ones, freelance, and communication-heavy jobs. What about the flip side? Are there jobs that are typically a bad fit?
Given that need for variety, and let's be honest, sometimes a bit of impatience with the mundane, careers demanding a lot of patience, strict routine, or focusing on highly repetitive tasks might be tough. Things like traditional accounting, maybe some aspects of healthcare like routine checkups or heavily procedural nursing tasks, it could lead to frustration.
Good to know. What about working with others, team dynamics? Are there certain signs monkeys click with or maybe clash with?
The reading suggests some really strong partnerships. Monkeys often work incredibly well, very successfully, with people born under the rat, dragon, or snake signs.
Rat, dragon, snake. Got it. Sounds like a powerhouse combo.
They often are. Then you have pairings like with the rooster or the dog. These can work, definitely.
Right.
But the readings often hint that the best results come when all three, monkey, rooster, and dog, work together. Like a balanced team effort brings out the best.
A collaborative trio. Interesting. And who might they find things a bit more challenging with?
The signs to be a bit more mindful of in a work setting might be the tiger and the pig. Astrologically speaking, there's just more potential for different approaches clashing or frequent disagreements.
Okay, useful intel for navigating the office.
Yeah.
So overall, how can monkeys find real career happiness? What should they lean into?
Well, generally, they tend to be pretty popular colleagues. They often come across as generous, confident, sociable. That helps.
Yeah.
And their quick thinking is a real asset for tackling complex problems. That brings a lot of job satisfaction in itself.
Sounds like they have a good foundation. Any potential pitfalls or things to watch out for?
Yeah, a couple things. Sometimes they might struggle a bit if someone presents a viewpoint that really contradicts their own, especially if they haven't quite considered it deeply themselves.
A bit resistant to different ideas.
Potentially. And some readings mention a tendency maybe towards being a little self-centered or wanting to subtly steer things their way. Impulsivity can also pop up.
Right. Well,
So the advice really is about consciously working on patience, maybe paying a bit more attention to the details, and really making an effort to listen to and value what colleagues bring to the table. It just fosters better teamwork.
solid advice for anyone, really. Now let's put some faces to the sign. Who are some famous monkeys we might know?
Okay, two great examples. First, Daniel Craig, born March 2nd, 1968.
James Bond himself.
Exactly. And think about that role adaptability, dealing with high-stakes situations, quick thinking under pressure. It really resonates with those monkey traits, doesn't it?
It really does. Constant challenges. Who else?
The other is Carol Wojtyła, born May 18th, 1920. You'd know him better as Pope John Paul II.
Wow, okay. Very different feel.
Very different, but think about his long time as Pope from 78 to 2005. It required incredible communication skills, diplomacy on a global scale, connecting with millions. Again, tapping into that eloquence and ability to navigate complex situations, often linked to the monkey.
Fascinating. Two very different paths, both showcasing those core strengths. So let's pull this all together. What final professional astrological tips can we offer our monkey listeners?
I think the main thing is lean into your natural strengths, that adaptability, that eloquence. They're huge assets. So actively look for roles that give you that mental stimulation, that novelty. Try to avoid jobs that feel too monotonous.
Keep the brain buzzing.
Exactly. And when challenges do come up, because they will, remember that resilience you have. You learn from setbacks. Also, just be mindful of that potential impulsivity. Take a breath. Consider the details. Maybe listen to another perspective.
Good call.
And yeah, nurturing those good working relationships, especially with compatible signs like rat, dragon, snake, can be really beneficial. And in any team setting, just make that conscious effort to listen and value everyone's input. It goes a long way.
Fantastic. Really practical stuff there. We really hope this deep dive has given you, especially those born in the year of the monkey, some valuable insights for your career path.
Remember, understanding these astrological tendencies isn't about fixed destiny. It's more like having another tool, another lens to help navigate your professional life.
Well said. Thank you so much for joining us again on The Stargazers.
And if you're interested in a reading that's tailored specifically to your own unique birth chart, do check out the link you'll find in the description below.
Absolutely. Thanks for watching. Until next time, and God bless.